Hi everyone and welcome back. This is Mac from Snuggle Stitching and welcome to our beginner crochet tutorial series. Today we're going to be learning how to do embroidered eyes onto something crocheted, and also I'm just going to add in a little bit of general how to add things into crochet with a darning needle and yarn. All right, let's get into it. So I have my few different colors. I'm going to do just general embroidery first, so you can skip ahead if you want to, if you're here specifically to learn about how to do embroidered eyes. This will be brief though. I'm going to first, I'm going to thread my darning needle. So I have a darning needle here. You can get these in like metal like they are now, or you can get them plastic. It doesn't really matter for crochet since the holes are so big. There's no real preference except for looks. I have some purple ones, which I enjoy, so I use those. All right, so you're going to thread it, and then I'm going to put a beak on this chicken that I made. I'm going to put a beak right here, okay? It's going to be right across the front like this. And so my favorite way to do this is to insert your needle, not where you're trying to show it, okay? Like this is not where I'm going to be embroidering, so I'm going to put it over here. And then I'm going to come out over here where I want the beak to start showing, okay? So I'll pull it through here, and I'll leave about this much room at the end, just enough so I can tie a knot at the end, okay? And then for this one, I'm going to go across here where I want to go. I'm going to go in a hole over here. I'm going to go under this, pull it out. And for these beaks, I'm going to go through this one twice just because I like it, so it kind of looks like a little mouth. But I'm not going to come out this hole like I just did. I'm going to come out the exact same space that I entered in. Okay, and you have to make sure you can't be like, oh, it can't be separated by even just the smallest piece of thread. It has to be in the exact same hole that you entered in to start. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to make sure it's coming out right there in the same hole. I'm going to pull it through how I like it, and great. So now you can either cut it here if you want to tie it, but I just leave it until I'm ready to tuck it in. So now you're going to tie a knot, just a regular old knot, right? Like this. I'm going to cut my yarn like that. And then I just tuck it in like this. And this is why it's important that's in the same hole, because if you have it over another piece of thread, it won't tuck in properly and you'll be able to see it. But as you can see, it's gone. And we have a cute little mouth on this chicken. Sweet. All right, moving on to the eyes. Okay, so for embroidered eyes, you're going to start the same way. You're just gonna thread your little darning needle. Ta-da. I realize this is not the best background to use black yarn on, but I think you will still understand the point. So we're gonna do little eyes that are kind of cartoony and big for the chicken. Right here is where I'm going to aim, and about here, same-ish spot on the other side. So like the mouth, I'm going to insert my needle not where I want the yarn to be. So I'm inserting over here because I want the eye to be over here. But I am going to come out in the area where I do want the eye to be. So you insert it there and come out there. And then you leave enough space at the end here to tie. And so for the eyes I usually do, so I've come out here. I'm going to go in about like one or two rows down, depending on how long you want your eyes. I'm going to insert it, and I'm going to come out the same hole up here. Okay, like that. Boop. And then I'm going to do it again, but instead I'm going to put it in here, but I'm going to come out over on this side where I want the second eye to be, okay? So I'm going to put it in right here. And I'm going to come out over on this side, okay? And that's the same hole that I went into first. Is that tall enough? I'm actually going to come out slightly taller. So this hole right here. And then I'm going to pull it and make sure this one's cute. Kind of make them side by side if you can. Pull a little bit tight. And then do the same thing with this one. Come out the same hole once. And then when, oh, I don't know if that's even or not, but you get it. When you come into the second loop, you're going to come out where you started in the very, very beginning. So I'm going to go in here, go all the way through the chicken, and come out in the exact same spot that I started, okay? Make sure that looks nice while I pull it. Meep. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot. Boop. I'm going to cut my yarn shorter just so you see less of it, especially with the black. You want to make it shorter for sure. And then I'm going to tuck it in with my scissors. There it goes, disappears. Okay, so you could stop here if you like this black eye without a highlight. I'm going to add a highlight to it. And to do a highlight, I am going to have a little piece of white yarn. And like before, I am just going to thread my darning needle. And we're going to do the exact same thing about where to enter and stuff. So I'm going to start over here. I'm going to come out the same hole up top that I did with my black. I'm going to leave enough to tie at the end. And when you go in with your white, you're not going to go all the way down here. I usually cut about halfway through and like find a stitch. And I'm going to poke my yarn, my needle in there. And when I come out, I'm going to come out onto the opposite side over here, okay? So I'm going in halfway through the stitch and I'm coming out over here. And then I'm going to tighten this, and don't tighten it too tight. I like to leave it a little bit loose so it makes a little highlight, and sometimes I put my needle under here just to like bring the black back out to the surface, like that. So cute. And then you've come out over here and you do the same thing. You're going to enter about halfway down the eye and you're going to come out the original hole you went into to start. So I'm going in halfway through the eye. Sorry, we're halfway through the eye and I'm coming out over there. I'm going to pay more attention to this than where I come out because this is more important. Kind of bam, bam. And then I'm going to tie it up. Give it a little chop, give it a little haircut. Doesn't matter as much with the white because the stuffing's already white, so you're not really going to see it under there. And you poke it in. And look how freaking cute that is. And now this chicken is finished and you have a cute little embroidered face. It's a little crooked, but like we all have our, you know, unique qualities and nothing is perfect in crochet. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, come back and you can watch one of our other crochet tutorial videos. Happy stitching!